I don't know what's happened to this Democratic Party. President Obama running a brilliant, incredibly tough campaign, and Harry Reid has turned from Mickey Mouse into a roaring lion. You know, we used to joke around about that, but now he's actually doing it. Came out the other day and said, yeah, look, somebody called me from Bain Capital. They told me Mitt Romney didn't pay any taxes for 10 years. What's my source? Yeah. I'm not going to tell you who my source is. And, you know, can I verify it? No. So what? I'm going to tell it to you anyway. The press flips out. You know, even a Daily Show called him a terrible, terrible person. Now, I know they're joking, yada, yada, but, you know, Jon Stewart went after him. And I know why he went after him. I get it, right? It's a little bit dirty for Harry Reid to come out with an unsourced comment and say, look, I think this is what's happening with Mitt Romney. But Harry Reid says, hey, listen, first of all, Harry Reid's not a reporter. He doesn't have to have two sources. That's not part of his ethics. He's on the other side. And he's saying, look, the guy won't release his taxes, so we don't even know. And he says, the burden's not on me. The burden's on Mitt Romney. If you paid your taxes, well, then show us. Do what your dad did. George Romney released 12 years. He said you could trick people with 1 or 2 years. That's exactly what his son Mitt Romney's doing. When Harry Reid brought up Mitt Romney's dad, again, the media, everybody else, of course, Fox News livid over it. So here we go. First of all, we've got Eric Frenstrom, who, of course, is with the Romney campaign, and he thinks this is just outrageous.
Well, I don't think there's anything behind it. He hasn't produced any evidence. I'm telling you, authoritatively, speaking on behalf of the governor, that those charges are untrue, they're baseless, and there's nothing to back them up. And again, this reminds me of the McCarthy hearings back in the 1950s, and it was another son from Massachusetts then, Joseph Welch. And I think it's just shameful, and of course it's directly contrary to the new kind of politics that Barack Obama promised the country 4 years ago.
Yeah. Now, you say Harry Reid's got nothing to back it up, but you have the documents that do back it up. You are in possession of the taxes where you can show that he actually paid taxes. I mean, how easy is it to show that you paid $1 in taxes and prove that Harry Reid's lying? But you're not going to do it, right? Of course not. So that's why you come out here and say, I'm a McCarthy, I did too. No, but wait a minute. McCarthy targeted innocent people and ostracized them and went after them ruthlessly. Mitt Romney's not some innocent citizen being railroaded, etc. He's running for president of the United States. He's in the arena, and he can easily dispel those so-called rumors if he releases his tax returns, but he won't do it. Why? Because he's hiding it. By the way, let me make it absolutely clear. I am totally with Harry Reid. I would be shocked if Mitt Romney didn't have at least 1 year where he paid zero taxes. And it's because of a clip that we showed you a couple of days ago where Mitt Romney, when asked about it, said, I paid a lot every year. So far as I can recall, he definitely didn't pay taxes in some of those years. And Harry Reid says, look, I didn't make this up. It's not in my imagination. Somebody from Bain Capital did call me. Now, I'm not a reporter, so I don't know how to verify it, etc., but that guy did call me. All right, so Frenstrom's going to go further with the McCarthyite stuff. Watch.
And I would ask him one simple question. Have you no sense of decency, sir? Is there nothing that you won't do to debase yourself and the office you hold in the name of dirty politics? Mitt Romney has gone above and beyond what the law requires in providing financial disclosure. We've published all that information on our website.
No sense of decency? How could you do it? Questioning our secret bank accounts in the Cayman Islands, Bermuda, and Switzerland. Have you no decency? Don't you know that's where billionaires hide their money? Have you no decency that you would go after that and question whether we pay taxes? Get off of it, man. You've got minimum $250 million. You hide it away from your own country that you're trying to be the president of. And you're going to come out here with this McCarthy BS. No. I'm not buying what he's selling. I'm not buying what Jon Stewart's selling. And of course, Fox News loves this. Watch them jump in it.
So is that out of line for a senator to not necessarily check the facts before they go off and bloviate? And
yes,
before
it
you
is.
know it, it's a big story, and it's not true.
According to Harry Reid's unknown source, he hasn't paid taxes in 10 years, so he's accusing him of breaking the law and they should go to jail.
Sure.
He goes on to say his poor father must be embarrassed about his son, who passed away.
Right.
You got to be kidding me.
We're not
How
kidding.
irresponsible
This is what Harry Reid is up to. Remember, there was some outrageous things that Harry Reid said about John McCain last election cycle.
so he didn't pay his taxes. His dad should be embarrassed, but I'm not even sure the premise of my conversation is correct. Totally irresponsible.
Oh, so irresponsible. It hurts so much when Harry Reid punches us in the face. I love it. Look at Fox News cry for what Harry Reid did to them. Who would have imagined that such a day would come? I love this. Mark Thiessen goes further. Watch this.
You know, I'm going to make some news on your show today, Megyn. The word is out that for the past 10 years, Harry Reid has been beating his wife. Now, do I know that Harry Reid's been beating his wife? Do I have any proof? No, but the burden of proof is on him to prove that he hasn't been beating his wife. I mean, that's essentially what Harry Reid just did.
How could Harry do this to us? How could he do it? But wait a minute. If you had a police report that indicated that Harry Reid had done something wrong, and you said, hey, release the police report, otherwise we have to assume the worst, and maybe you beat your wife, maybe you killed your wife. We don't know. There's a police report, right? But you don't have any equivalent there. Here we have tax returns that he will not release. We've got people saying, hey, you know what? He didn't pay any taxes in those years. I know the guy. Well, okay, the burden's on you. The burden's not on Harry Reid. All right, and finally, after all this pressure, you know what Democrats do. They're going to buckle and backpedal, right? Wrong! Harry Reid, doubles down. Watch this.
The word's out that he hasn't paid any taxes for 10 years. Let him prove that he has paid taxes, because he hasn't. We already know from one partial tax return that he gave us, he has money hidden in Bermuda, the Cayman Islands, and a Swiss bank account.
Yeah, damn! Harry Reid comes in, he's like, no, wait, let me understand this. Did I stutter? I don't think I stuttered. The man hasn't paid his taxes. Show me otherwise. What now? Damn.